Sircles. I don't think we really got to you much yesterday. You want to you want to start? Why don't we start with the kid? Can you give an update
Yes, sir. Um, there are two PRs open currently and one more on the go.
okay.
So there is a PR for showing how many trust tips to be displayed on the show more.
On the button?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Let me, sorry, let me share.
Oh yeah. Okay. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
Great. I had a
And
question
if
for you. Let
you
me.
notice here, sorry,
Mhm.
but
Um.
just to say, if you notice here, there is no winner flag behind the first here.
hmm The glow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And go ahead with the question.
Yeah. How come there's no glow?
Yeah. So about that, I was talking to Shinto. So the original flare, um, let me see if I can find it here. But yeah, the original flare it was being um um changed here, oh here in the logo, so it's kind of twisted. So this kind of makes so the area for this flare is all this that you see here. And if you see the design, they're kind of up in above the upvote here and up the tappable area of the see more button.
hmm
So basically, pretty much how that looks is like this. So I was trying to find a way of making it so this red area here would not interfere with the tappable area of
Yeah. It's also not
more.
centered.
No, yeah, that's not really the problem because it looks centered here,
It
but
does look centered, but that must have
yeah,
been
due to
difficult.
the export kind of file, it
Yeah.
would interfere with the tappable area of things above. So
Right.
I decided to remove that while focusing on implementing the show more button, etc. Since it is a more expected um, usability, right? Because before you would scroll and you would get the trust tips coming before having the button. So I removed this and added the button and added the counting to the button
hmm
and worked on getting it solved. So I manually edited the exported version. So instead of looking like this, sorry, instead of looking like this, yeah. So instead of looking like all this area,
Hmm.
look only this, so only the needed.
Okay.
And basically what that does is this is the new tappable area of that.
Okay.
And yeah,
So it's back in the app now
yes,
for you?
sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it will be back in the app right now. I just
Okay.
have to double check if I opened VPR for this already. And also there is another PR for the oh yeah, this is one you're really gonna like for
Okay.
the levels tappable tasks.
Nice.
So yeah, basically um every single task we see here. Let me go here on the emulator. Every single task we see here has a unique key, and I made it so there is a handler for what should happen when you press on a task based on that specific key. So what that does is, just like this one is clickable now, we can make every single task here clickable. So for
Oh,
example, for favorite place, we can show people the spotlight place. So
right.
and here in Spotlight Entertainment, and here something regarding how you show the users that they can invite people from outside. So we
Yep.
can basically handle all these kind of navigations for positivity points and etc., and all this stuff
Okay.
down here.
Okay. Great.
Have to
Um,
think of that
well,
and actually implement, but it is possible now. So we can make this all interactable. You see.
that's fantastic. Let's do that. So, where are you in the process? What tasks do you still have pending?
Yeah. So um um this is all good, and what I have here are just some changes regarding the investigation on the the um the share to button.
Yeah,
By the way, did we get to see if this was working before?
it was not working in the build in the App Store, so I think it's been like this for a while.
Oh
And I,
yeah.
I told I told Amine about it, but I don't think I had a chance to look at it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's the best person to look at it. And yeah, I'm glad that
Okay.
we figured it because the change from comment on to share to was basically just a text change as I mentioned.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Also, back to investigation here. But yeah, I have to open the PR for the winner circle, and then right after, so basically that is this, and right after I have to implement the CO on favorites. Because instead of going for this, I went for this one because I thought it would be um, a cooler trick in the book to have and quicker to implement. So yeah, we show the total trust steps on pagination. We show we have the level badges tappable, and we have the new winner circles flare.
Okay.
Yep.
And you mentioned the see all. You haven't gotten to that one yet.
Yes or nope.
Okay.
I started taking a look at it, and then I stopped to actually look into the show more button,
Hmm.
and then the levels tappable badge and the kind of stuff, and the winner's flare due to the show more button. So I started looking at it, but stopped to work on this three other stuff here that
Okay.
appeared.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
And
So you want to do the see all next?
yes, sir. And also besides that, there is the permanently closed. We want to show the users if a profile for some reason is permanently closed. I just have to check again. How do we know that's based on the data that the backend gives us?
I can't remember. Amit, I think you can answer that. I think that every so often there's a check that to update it. That's not
Sorry, say it again.
the hours of a business open or closed, or what about permanently closed?
Hmm.
How does permanently closed get updated?
So within 30 days, we are checking business status. So like if it will be permanently closed, then it will be updated
So does the front end need to do anything, or will it be automatic?
automatically. Front end doesn't need to do anything. Backend will send the status there.
Okay, actually, I could check that with like that one restaurant, Red Rabbit. Let's see.
Hmm. So I will confirm you what is the date limitation there. 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Profile. Okay. And then, yes, it is 30 days. So we are checking in 30 days.
Yeah, it does say permanently closed of the day on the days of the week, Wells. It doesn't say it up above. It says hours closed in red,
Mm-hmm.
but then down below it says permanently closed. I suppose it'd be a nice touch to have where it says hours say
Okay.
permanently closed.
Yeah. Now, can you guys send me either John or I mean the name of the place so I can have it as an example here in the app?
Yep, I'm sending it
Take
right
a look
now.
at.
One sec. Okay, yeah, it's on its way. So yeah, okay. So then the see all And then after that, let's go to the navigating from the level screen that you worked on. We'll set up more of the navigations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, great. It's looking really good. Good job, Wells.
Yep. Thank you, sir. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
those are my updates.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, Amit, why don't you continue for us?
Yes, John. So like I had call with Jerry, and like he asked me to work on this one, a grouping batching for notification when someone join a group. So that yesterday bombarded on that notification. So like
Mm,
we have
yeah, that's a good one.
uh, so like we are planning to delay in 10 second, and within that 10 second we will batch that notification like 10% join the group,
Okay.
50% join the group.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So working on that. But since I'm currently sending message notification single function, so for in that special case, I'm handling it. So yeah,
yeah,
working on. Before that, John, did you get a chance to check with reaction notification batching one?
no, not really. Is it in QA only?
QA and Pro, I think Jerry pushed it on prod also.
It is push to prod? Okay.
Mm.
I got one of those notifications this morning.
Did
Mm.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I have too and just didn't notice. How did
Okay.
it look? Did it work for you, Jerry?
Yep. Look fine.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So it batched a couple notifications.
Yes.
I think it was just one. It was one reaction that I got, but I did receive a notification saying it was like a new reaction.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And second thing, John, I want to ask you here, since Jerry added created new API for tagging one, where we are tagging people into photo, and where we are not, Ismail also can please focus here. We are not passing message key and group key there. So like how this notification looks like when you tag someone into a photo. So current, so previous implementation was like I will tell you. So what notification title was. So just here. Hmm. First name tagged you in a photo. In group name we are passing there. So this API will be used in other places also. So how this notification looks like? So can you please send me? Hmm. Did you get my point?
Sorry, I was on mute. Is that a question for me, Ismail, or for
So
Ismail or
like
for me?
for you and Riley there, the
Okay.
Sontel also.
So you want to know how which notification looks
When you tag someone into photo.
when you tag someone in photo? Okay. I thought we have Chantel, do we have the wording on that when someone tags in a photo, the notification?
We don't have the wording for the notification now.
Okay. You want to do that? Maybe do something similar to Instagram, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, send us only content. So we need to configure there. And it's may like suppose if it is we are tagging a people into group chat photo. So in that
Yeah.
case, just send me only group key and message key so that redirection will work. We will use that API any place other places also. But like if you are using that API inside chat, so we need group key and message key.
Okay. Um,
You are mute, Ismail.
so you need something from Ismail, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Ismail, did you catch that? Ismail, are you there?
I think he might be. So I will talk with later.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
format.
and Chantel, I think Amit made a good point there about different edge cases with groups. Like, so what if you were tagged in a photo with more than one person? Maybe we should consider that. Like you were tagged with two people in a photo. I don't know. Whatever you think would be best. Chantel, you still listening? Chantel, is anybody home? You guys can hear
I'm
me, right?
home.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. message Chantel on the side on that. Okay, did you have anything else there on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I was double muted and I was trying to get it off. I apologize. Yes, I had heard. I was paying attention.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So there might be some edge cases or different scenarios
Yeah,
for both those.
multiple people and
Maybe
for
even
a
multiple
single person.
pictures. I guess multiple pictures would be different notifications, but
Maybe
yeah,
in a gallery.
that's true. Stuff like that. So, um, okay, yeah, just keep in mind.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Amit. um, alrighty. Amin, let's get your update, please.
Hey, yeah, yesterday we were about to finish the trusted images thingy. Like we redid it how we upload an image. We did it now in a way that we supporting uploading image, even if the API was in the background. And but before that, we got a little bit derailed to about like to look into some of the list issues, specifically the feed. And like yeah, we just like had that conversation about like why we could be um optimizing there, but not really. We didn't. I guess like we it was just more of like brainstorming about like we didn't end up on any solution how we're gonna be doing. Only like after like we do an upgrade to the latest React Native, and after that I went back finishing that work on adding trusted images. There were some like places that we need the backend to handle this new uploading way of uploading images. Let know Jerry did a good work of handling all the other places too. So now anywhere in the app where we need to upload a like a trusted image, that would be this way. It's gonna be async, and also even if the app it's in the background, it's going to continue uploading. Yeah, I was
Okay.
like
How
mhm.
far did you get with that? Is it you
Yeah,
already have the PR?
yeah, it is done. The PR is not there, but like it is done. I was because like it was like other places there was those cases that I wanted to make sure that it's everything is there, but like yeah, it's like the work on it is done.
Okay, awesome. Um,
There's one place that I couldn't test is like when you want to add an listed service,
I see.
because
Uh,
like I need approval.
uh,
Uh, like to get because like I was following the code. I was like doing a search where we do this trusted images upload. I was following the code like wherever I find it, I changed it. There's only this place that I find. It's like when you want to add a listed service, you're gonna be asked to add a category, like select a category, but you have to wait for validation. So I don't know how that works. Like,
Oh,
uh,
I mean, we could have like Chantel or Jerry validate it for you.
yeah,
Oh,
but like, I thought like I feel like I'm gonna press that. I will be asked to add a trusted because that's what's in the code. Maybe I'm not understanding that.
I see. So wait a minute. Can you add photos when adding an unlisted service?
I don't know, cause like
It's not on the form.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So you can't actually do it from the front end.
yeah, cause so I'm not really sure about this code. Maybe it's old that it should not be there. But let me see. Unlisted service data. Where's it coming from? Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this code too. Secrets. It's in here. I need a favorite search. Yeah.
So the code makes it look like you can add a photo in the unlisted service.
It's not like it, but it's like you will be taken to another step after like you select the category like here. Me maybe I'm missing something. So like if you when you do this,
Mm-hmm.
so you're gonna be required to fill this
Yeah.
and do submit for approval, then you'll be here. So is like that. So when you like in the code, there's a condition that says do this or do that, and it's based on what's in there. Let me tell you exactly what's. So it's either gonna just add a listed business,
Mm-hmm.
or it's gonna be taking you to the next screen. I guess. Let me see.
Yeah. What is the next screen?
Yeah, let me just hard code it so we can see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think
Hmm.
when it finds that place you're trying to add,
Hmm.
it's like taking you to it. So
I-
from here you can do the trust image bar.
This was so you attempted to add an unlisted service, but the business existed in our database.
That's what I'm assuming because like when I just tried it first time, it was not this. It was telling me, "Hey, we just added it. Wait for approval. That's it." But there isn't. But there is another path which it might leads to this screen. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I see.
And it's this path. I'm not really sure. So it says, let me see if it's true. So we're always doing it as true. Oh, I see. No, it's not. So in the code, there is this, but it would never happen. I'm not sure why we have it here.
Hmm. You're saying you couldn't normally get here from the
I,
app side?
I yeah, I thought like it's gonna be dependent on some backend. When I just like went and see, we just hard coded that as like true, meaning don't go this path, go the other path, which is letting know the user we added the unlisted business and you need to wait for approval. So this path will never gonna be happening from the code, but
Okay.
it is there, you know.
I see.
I'm not really sure why it's in here or what it is. But
Huh. Well, I guess because it's connected to the favorite flow for the standard favoriting, so maybe it was just turned off, like turned false for the unlisted service.
maybe that's what I'm trying to understand. Maybe I'm still missing something here. Favorite search. Yeah, it's always true, so it's never gonna
Because the other path, it's you're not really adding it to a favorite with the pink button here because it's more like you're submitting it for approval.
Yeah, but so hmm,
So you wouldn't see this screen because this one is there's a submit button the other way.
yeah. Well, yeah, I just wanted to understand what's going on here.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's a big deal. It's just like yeah, and I think we didn't work on the other path like a lot of times, so just wanted to refresh my memory on what's going on there. Yeah, and other than that, it is all done. Like adding the trust tip and everything. Like from here, for example, like I have to favorite. Like add to favorites. Selected. I mean, that add an image. Well, I should have just highlight that one, but that's good. Now, like if you do for I rate this, I mean everything works as it was before. Like if you're gonna see like nothing's gonna be changing, but now we changed how we upload the images.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's this to make sure like everything is as it is and nothing is breaking when adding images.
Okay, I got you. So the image is added. Um, oh yeah,
It's
you
like
went. Yeah, you went
translate.
to the
Uh-huh.
favorite. I
Uh-huh.
see. I see. This path wasn't the favorite path. You went through
Oh
that
yeah,
little.
there is this path and there's also there's this other path, the chicken path. Let's do some of the image. Let's do this one. Let's do done. Let's do, see how it's gonna be telling you, hey, here's 10. We added the photo and I think it should be here. Here is it. It's in here. Yeah, so like I tested all the paths that you can add an image.
Mhm.
They're all working.
Okay, great. That's looking really good. So then, do you still have to work on it for the unlisted, or how are you gonna handle that one?
Um, but I still don't really like. I'll try to understand what's going on there, because like from you saying like from here, there's no way for a user to live and trust it. But there is like, I guess it depends on this. Like when you submit for approval, it's what you get back from this mutation. That's my lead that I'm gonna go and see what's going on there. If it's not, then I would not like care about it because like we don't have that case. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't spend too much time on it because there's still
Yeah, yeah.
the onboarding.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I'm gonna be working on next.
Okay, what else was there? There's the onboarding thing with the favorite.
There's the onboarding. The users are being blocked after the favorite from after they being invited from a business. There's let me see. Add your favorites button. Yeah, that this button here does not work. Um, from the map, like add to favorites from the map inside the list.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, this one it's not.
that might be easy one, huh?
Yeah, this might be easy. There is the other one.
Let's
Like
start with that one because it's probably easy.
yeah.
And then what were you saying?
Also, this like the other thing, how we said we're gonna change it to like is it every user like when he comes in here, he tap this multiple times. We said
Sure.
we're gonna change it to it doesn't matter how many times he press on in here, but like it's gonna be always add up to one. It's only when like the user reaches like three taps from three different icons, like one from here, one from home.
Yeah.
Then we do that show me how to
Okay.
favorite screen. Like we said, we're gonna change that. And yeah, the other issue that was having, like it was having like with the share images, like share icon or buttons from inside the input, they're not working.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that too. Yeah.
Which one was that?
Um, I'm not sure how I'm gonna. Oh yeah, like from the badges. Like I remember it was like somewhere here in the badges.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Instagram one.
yeah. If it's like inside, it's not working.
There's
But
that.
outside, it does work.
Okay. And we can test some badge animations, but I wasn't able to recreate any issues with that. Um, so yeah, we'll maybe the badge animations are working. And now that I think about it, if I was watching session replays from build 42, we probably didn't get the fix in there yet. Now that I think about it, I keep forgetting I'm on a later build. So that's the badge animations are probably okay. Well, I'll test that more. Um, there was one other thing too, but actually, those are the main things. Say Friday, Thursday. I want to get a production release this week. maybe we can get a production build later today. Do you think you'd be able to knock all that out?
Yeah, yeah. Since like the big stuff are done, those are like kind of small issues. Then yeah.
Okay. There's one other thing that is probably it might be related to that favoriting in the list view on the map. I don't know if it's related, but similar. If you have something saved already,
Mm-hmm.
you try and favorite it. It
It is.
yeah.
It should
try
be
it.
saved. Okay.
Go to your save. No, there's a problem. Go to your saves.
Yeah.
Tab.
Okay. Saves. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Tap on that save.
Here.
Yeah. And then tap the add favorites button. Um, it's got to be a place actually. Do a place.
Mm.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, see, it gets messed up.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be related to the other thing some way. But, I mean, at least it's in the same kind of area.
I don't think so. It's related. Yeah, they're in the same area, but I don't think so. It's related. Mm, yeah. Yeah.
Will you
I'll
make a on that one?
yeah. I'll work on this one. I'll be working on the other one. If that's
Cool.
same.
Okay, cool. Um, Let me see if I had something else. I think I did once. Maybe not. Yeah, I think. Just double checking my notes here. I think that was it. If I come across something else,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
oh,
sure.
oh yeah, I do remember one. I think this is probably for Jerry and Wells. Okay, yeah, that we're looking good then. Thanks, Amine.
Yeah, nice.
Okay. Um, Jerry, there are and Wells might be part of this too. There's a couple little things like here. Let me send this to the development channel. If I were to remove somebody from the suggestions, Wells, are you there too? I know you worked on this. You can see I remove a user from the suggestions list, but then you leave and come back, and then they're back again.
Okay. Let's see. This is in the latest build.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure the backend's getting called. Wells, I see who's this? Yeah. I don't see where a record was created for the ignored.
Will do.
And John, you're not sharing your screen, so I don't know what screen you're looking at unless you
Oh, I sent a screen record to development.
it
Did it not go through?
it did not go through yet.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Let me try again. Where did I send it?
File was not found. Oh wait,
Oh,
now it came up.
okay, weird.
Okay, suggestions list. Yeah. If you want to make sure, Wells, that screen is calling the back end properly.
You know, Amine worked on this screen too, actually, now that I think about it. So,
Whoever wants to look at it.
yeah, because it's a new screen. Amine, can you check that screen record and
Yeah, I'm looking into it. I'm looking into it right now.
okay. So Wells worked on it first and had it working, and then now we have a new screen and we lost it.
It could just be the query.
Hmm.
Like,
This one-
what's like broken here?
If you remove someone using the X in suggestion, they should be removed permanently. So, but you can see that when I remove the top person there and then come back, they're back.
Okay. Mallory and well, it's not in the drawer. That's good, but it's only when you like leave the screen and go back to it, right?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I'm calling the mutation. Maybe I'm passing that mutation, Jay, that call when I'm passing long params or arguments or something like that. Let me check and tell you what's being passed.
Okay.
If you try to run it again, I can see if it's been called. John, if you want to try and initiate that ignore,
Yeah.
I can see if it's getting called.
Okay. One sec. Okay, I just hit the X.
Okay, I see. There's no user key. Let's see, suggestion. I'm assuming this is our normal suggestions user. Let's see. Functions. And what query is this? I mean, maybe if you can confirm that. What query runs that drawer?
Amine, are you there?
I was talking to me. I was saying, yeah, it's called ignore user suggestion, and it's not a query, it's a mutation.
I'm talking about the query that runs the drawer. Oh, okay. Wait, never mind. I see. We're ignoring here. What the heck? Left join. IU. Never mind. I see. You see what's going on. Let's see.
I just sent you something in Slack too. Maybe you could take a look at why this has a long load time.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Hmm. What? Okay. Man, literally see it here. What? What? Oh. God darn parentheses. That was a problem.
Parentheses.
I understand parentheses. They be your nightmare. I didn't learn my PEMDAS in high school. That's
So
why.
what is that causing then? I forgot what we were doing.
Yeah.
Um, oh, that was the removing the person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like anytime you use like an or, if you don't wrap it in parentheses, all of a sudden everything gets screwed up.
Oh, I see. So you got that wrapped up there?
Yeah, that's done.
Oh, okay, cool. I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this one maybe front end, maybe back end. This screen I'm sending to you, um, it shows. It's supposed to show my um, relationship to the favorite,
Mm-hmm.
so there can't be a mismatch.
Hmm. I wonder if something is getting cached there. So yeah. Hmm.
Which is weird because actually Danny would have it favorite. We would both have it favorited. So I don't know what it actually. Now that
I think we tried to cache this with Redis a while back. Do you want to give it a peek,
to who?
Amit?
Okay, let me give that to Ahmed.
Because that sounds familiar.
Okay, I just gave him something else too. I'm gonna give you one other thing there. The relationship of the
Jerry, what is
favorite.
that to me?
What's that?
Jerry said something to me. Sorry, I was looking into different things.
That's okay. I sent you another thing too. It's a question about this favorite on this screen here. This relationship should be my favorite, my perspective.
Hmm.
But what's weird is like on the screenshot I sent you, it looks like Danny has it favorited, but I don't. But we actually both do. So there's something wrong there. It should never be a mismatch. That's for starters.
Mm.
So
Okay, uh, it should be like your perspective. So what should be so here? John, yours is checking now.
it's the heart I'm pointing out.
Hmm.
The heart. See how one heart is red, one heart is white?
Yes, yes.
They should both be red because it's one show. So it's either favorited or not favorited by me. And it is favorited by me. So they should both be red.
Okay. So I need to might be built with the app side also, but I will check what backlinks.
Okay, let me know. And I think I have another question for Jerry. Let me check here. I sent that to Amit. Let's see. Okay. I sent something else to Amit, but it might end up being something you have to look at, Jerry. Something was very slow, but he'll let us know. Why don't you give us an update while we're here?
We want to optimize. That's what I'm working on today. The battle with the chat lobby and how
Yeah.
we make
Did
that.
Danny send you? He was having trouble again last night.
I don't think that the video that he sent. I think that's that random white screen issue that we get because there's no spinner. Oh, did we remove a spinner or something from the
No, if anything, it was delayed like 2 seconds or something.
Oh, I see. It was delayed. Oh, okay. It came in a little bit later. Um,
The one he sent me, I don't see a spinner at all.
Yeah, I thought did we still have a spinner in there?
Yeah, I think so.
Then why is the spinner not showing?
Let me send this to. I think there's a bigger problem. Remember, this is what Zane's been reporting.
Yeah, that's where I'm leading to. Is that I think it's that problem is that we're not fetching the messages. It's not that
Yeah.
they're coming slow. We're just not fetching them to begin with.
Well, and I think it's related to heavy usage and a heavy chat. So wouldn't it be all the like? Wouldn't we see it just like all the time?
I think no, I think that it could be tied to some heavy usage in the chat. I think that's a factor.
Okay.
But the thing is that the front end is not fetching the messages or it's not displaying the messages because if it was fetching, it's to my understanding that we'd see some kind of spinner.
Right. That's true.
If we don't see a spinner, then we're not fetching.
Ismail, are you on the call?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I've sent a screen record from Danny into the development chat, and this is becoming a more prevalent issue. Jerry has some theories and an observation too that there is no heart loader, but it seems like in the very busy chats, and also I think it has a lot to do with how long you've used your phone in the chat without like a force close. Because like he asked me, "Are you having this problem?" I went to the chat, it loaded immediately. But I have a feeling if I stayed in the chat for 20 minutes and I was active in the very active chat, I'd probably start seeing it too because that's been happening to other users that are heavily active in an heavily active chat. So there's something piling up.
Well, is it so the backend is not taking is the backend taking long to retrieve that data or is it not?
Well, let me go look up the session replay, but we don't have a spinner, Ismail.
I know, and we think we had logic, if I remember correctly, where if it's under X amount of seconds or milliseconds, there is no spinner after that one shows.
Well, I mean, how many seconds are we talking?
It's no more than 2 seconds, so it would have shown.
Yeah, I mean, it should have shown there.
Danny, I'm sorry, Danny, can you boost our session replay? I don't have your session replay. We went over our quota.
He's not on the call. He's on.
Well, I don't have the session replay. We went over quota.
Oh shit. Or do we have? Are we not getting any more
Nope.
until what? July 1st.
July 6th.
Is that right?
I mean, we can increase our quota.
Right.
I'm just gonna ask Danny. Can you?
So there's another clue here. You can see that in this screen record, it did load. But then it seems like the second time it happens, it doesn't load at all. Like you can just sit here for like minutes. I don't know what that means. It's again indicates to me that there's things piling up, memory stacking or something.
Well, I want to see if it's back on front end because if it's back and taking a time to respond, then no, it's not stuck in memory. Because if there's no data, I mean, there's a good chance that maybe the backend didn't return it. Because like if the backend did return it, I wouldn't see why the front end won't display it.
I don't have that data from Sentry. We're blacked out for the past like looks to be 18 hours.
Okay, it's not good.
Because it shouldn't matter how big the group is. It should all take around 300 milliseconds to fetch.
But I have some theory that it has to do with the subscription, though. I don't know how the subscription logic works, but I have some theory that if we get something in the subscription, and the message list is not yet initialized, that maybe that causes a problem.
Hmm.
Front or back end?
Front end. So how we have the cache for the messages in a chat. So let's say it
I mean, that won't affect it because, like, so the subscription, how it works is after it gets the data, it adds it to cache.
right, it adds it to cache. I'm
So if the cache is not there, it won't.
but what happens if so if you try do we have a safeguard in case our cache is empty, because our message array would be empty or null. And what I'm thinking is that the array is null for messages, and then we're trying to append items to null, and that throws some sort of exception because we're not appending to an array, even if it is null.
Serious subscription. So basically, the way our logic works is we get the new message, we check if there's any duplicates. If the new message is a duplicate, we don't add it. If it's not, we add it to
That logic right there sounds risky.
data. But the logic sounds risky.
Checking for duplicates. If there's duplicates, we don't add it.
Why is that risky?
Well, that takes time. And then
Not really.
mm, like
But we want to check for duplicates.
I guess well, that doesn't I feel like we're not solving the root of the problem. Like there shouldn't be a duplicate in the first place, right?
I mean, yeah, ideally there wouldn't be any duplicates, but we
It's kind of a patch.
no, we need it. We did that a while back. I mean, it uses like built-in JavaScript functions which are really fast to like check. So that I mean that's not part of this problem because the subscription isn't even triggered at this point.
If
This
we
is like
think,
when you get a new message, it
if we think
triggers,
it's,
not
if we-
on load.
yeah, but that's if we think it's the subscription.
I mean, that's still a theory.
I think that it could be a
don't know
bunch of
how valid that is.
there's 10 little things like checking for duplicates, subscription, and this and that and this and that, and then like
But that's
it's
not all on screen load.
right.
This is only when you get a new message.
Yes, and screen load is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll continue. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go keep going.
No problem. Yeah. So I'm just saying that it'll just look for a duplicate. If there is, it will add it to the cache. If there isn't, then it will add it to the query.
What happens if the cache is null, like not empty, null?
Mm,
What would happen then?
let me see. Yeah, I guess we are not. It looks like there's no specific logic. Let me see here. We have skip if screen equals compose, or we don't have a group, or topic key is less than 0. So we can just add a skip if there's no data.
Wait, what do you? No data.
Like if
skip
if
in
if it's
subscription.
empty.
You mean to skip in the subscription?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what we're missing.
That's something that we can either do that or on data.
Mhm.
Well, we probably don't want to do the other one on data because, well, there's another one. If it's on data, you would basically, if previous is empty, you can just return.
Mhm.
Which I normally add. This one was created a while back, so I don't have that safety guard there. But it's just one line of code, so we can either skip it or add it on data. I don't know if one is preferred over the other.
What do you think, Jerry?
Mm. I mean, the skip could help, but I'm trying to think because yeah, what did we confirm what the timeout was before we started showing the spinner?
I was just talking out of memory there. I think we implemented it here. Right? I mean, do you remember? I think you implemented it. I mean, if you remember something like that.
Take me through it. Quick. What was
Hmm?
it? Can you take
Oh,
me-
when we open chat, you know how we initially have a white screen, like
Mm,
once loading.
yeah.
Wasn't there like a timer that comes in after a certain amount of seconds,
You're
or
talking
did we remove the not a timer, a loader, or
heart
did we
number?
remove that altogether?
You did it that one, Ismail. It was 2 second delay on it.
Did I add it? Well, I guess. Does anybody remember adding something like that?
I honestly don't remember like we doing a white screen delay.
No, if like if you're waiting for the chat conversation to load, at what point do we bring in the heart loader?
If we implemented it at all, like we could have done it at a different screen, and I'm just remembering wrong. So I'm just asking if you remember. I'll look in the code now.
Like 90-ish% sure it was there from the beginning, but like you would see a red flash a lot of times because it loads so quick. So we were like, okay, well, let's delay it 2 seconds in case someone has really bad internet connection, and then it'll not be there every single time. And well, I mean, I know that we did that somewhere. I can't say 100% if it was the conversation loading.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I remember we did it somewhere too, but I don't. Here, activity indicator. Okay.
Where else would it be? It was definitely chat related. So like,
Oh yeah, here it is. It is. It's after 1.5 seconds.
okay, yeah,
After how long?
1.5 seconds.
That was longer than 1.5 seconds that we saw in the.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was saying it was no more than 2 seconds for sure, and that
Mhm.
delay was way more than 2 seconds.
Yeah, I can recreate that. Like I'll just have the query take long on purpose. Let's see if it pops up on my screen. Give me a second.
I have an idea, Ismail, in QA. What if I pushed a delay onto the query?
What's that?
What if I forced a delay on the query?
It's okay. I can like just put skip that so that skips it, and then that should trigger after 1.5 seconds.
Okay.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
John.
What's up on it?
So I check it. This is so from the app side, right? So like backend is not backend is sending not like not saying that they are showing wrong data there. Like requesting user favorited and it's showing false there, but still it is showing edge.
Okay, are we talking about the hearts?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Did you look at the thing I sent before that?
No, no. So last one I'll check it.
Okay, let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Two.
Okay, so the problem isn't with the loader. Mm, looks like it has to do with the is loading is never true. So if screen is equal to compose, we have a bunch of things. Um, and return message loading or status and not no data. So the problem is with the loading never being true. So it sets to false, and that loader parameter is with the yeah. So the loader works
Mhm.
if the values of loading the conditions are met. They're not being met. So seeing what's going on there.
And they're not being met because maybe we need to skip the subscription.
No, it's not that. It has to do with the logic we have around is loading.
Hmm.
So it's like it says if the query is loading and the status is equal to refetch and we don't have any data, which in theory seems correct, but let me see what's going on there.
Okay. Okay, good. Well, it sounds like we're zeroing in, so that's good.
And would this affect why you just get a white screen and like the query it doesn't fetch?
No, that this won't have to do with the white screen because loading is always set to false. So if anything, it would, you know, the white screen. Like I said, I need to. It would be. I'd feel a lot better if I have the backend data there just to confirm that the backend didn't take long. Maybe it was at a time where it was like there was a spike or something, or I don't know.
Well,
So I would just feel a little better knowing that it.
what if I add a
There's,
delay to the query?
huh?
Why don't I add a delay to the query? And then we can test simulating that the query is slow.
Well, how would that help us?
We could see if it was slow. Maybe it took like maybe it didn't take 10 seconds. Maybe it took 2 seconds. But then something happened with the subscription.
Well, yeah, but we're kind of drawing theories here, where like okay, I can add like a skip to the subscription and stuff like that, and we can test that out, but we still don't have proof, and I guess because we don't have the session replay, we kind of don't have the option to see how long the backend took, do we?
We don't. But that's where I'm saying we can test it. Maybe if the back end is slow, I just want to go in a group, and while the group is still loading, I can start sending some messages.
Mm, okay, but that it's already slow, so I guess what would we get out of this?
It might recreate it. It's worth.
In other words, the group never loads. Is what I'm saying. Is that it never loads. It just yeah.
But did you have a case where it never loaded?
Oh yeah, I mean, plenty.
It happens.
Oh, it didn't load at all. I
Right.
wasn't aware of that. I just saw
Yeah.
a slow load.
That one's slow, but like after even more usage, it'll never load.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that it reached a point where it never loads.
Mm-hmm. So let's test it out. I mean, process of elimination, maybe it doesn't reveal anything, but it could.
Yeah. kind of what I'm going to be trying here. Okay, let's push it to. I'm going to push to QA, and now get all group message. I'm adding an 8-second delay to. So, what's our latest QA build?
43.
I think the one before last one was production, so we are at 45, I think.
UA build, it's 46.
No, 46 points to production.
Please? I
Yeah.
could go last.
I'm in 46 right now.
Yeah.
45 is production.
Also,
45.
just since we're talking about this, I mean, just a quick note going forward. I started adding like prod or QA to the build name.
Good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, so that we don't have to keep guessing or.
I mean, everything is there.
No, but at a glance, it would be nice to see it. That.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's all the way back to 43. I think 43 or 44, 45 and 46 point to production. So it would either be 44 or 43.
Okay. Ismail, do you want to go to what groups do you see right now? Do you see the discover this group?
QA discover this group. Yeah, I see discover this, not the. Oh yeah, the discover this, and that's a group, right?
Okay, so stay in your lobby, and we're gonna wait for this lag to deploy.
Okay.
Mhm. So the spinner loaded. The spinner started showing actually. So, Ismail, if you look at your code now, like I added the delay, and I totally saw the spinner after a couple seconds.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
Yeah.
it's not consistent with what we're finding that the spinner never shows.
So this is not the source. Because that worked as expected then.
Well, now here's what I want. So now, Ismail, I want you to like refresh your app, like clear your cache and everything. Okay. And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get ready in the group, and I'm gonna start sending a bunch of messages whenever you load. So let me know when you start loading the discover this group.
Okay, so I make sure it's taking. There's the delay. So the delay is there. Okay, that's a good amount of time. I'm gonna start the app. Okay, so on count of three, I'll click it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Click. So yeah, I got you. I'm getting your messages. And it looks fine. No, I will say. No, it was fine.
So you have all my gibberish, and then you see Chantel's message.
Well, so when it was when you were sending messages as it was loading, um, they got added after I refreshed, not right away. But it didn't crash the app or freeze it.
Okay. I wonder if maybe there's an issue with the cache itself. Like if we're trying to load a group from the cache, I wonder if you start hopping within a lot of groups, if that could mess up the cache. So for the cache,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we only save like the last 2 or 3 groups, if that decreases the likelihood of this.
Okay, so I'm just kind of going into the groups I have,
Yeah.
load and then exit out. Wait, is the delay on all the groups?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm curious.
But the hard load, I guess, is working as expected. So the fact that it's not showing there means it's something else.
That's where I'm thinking that there's some conflict when it's trying to maybe load the group from cache, maybe? Because there's some scenarios where the group just never comes up.
But it doesn't load it from cache because like every time you leave to the lobby and come back, it. I guess we do have maybe cache network loading, like if it's in the cache.
Yeah, because if you leave the group and you come back, it comes right back up.
Well, yeah, but it does. I mean, Apollo handles that. It's not like we have any specific logic there. We just tell Apollo where to load it from.
Mhm.
So we tell Apollo to prioritize cache, but if there's any changes, then do a network call as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, it does cache it in to a certain extent.
Mhm.
I don't know how long it holds on to it. Okay, how about this? Maybe we try this. Now I loaded. Now I have this discovery in or discovered this in my cache, and now it loads pretty fast. So go ahead and send something there while I'm in the lobby. Okay, so you sent something. I'm gonna click on it now, and it's just working as expected. Okay. Let's send one more thing.
I mean, I'm just typing out the alphabet. I'm at K right now.
Okay. Stop getting notifications. Okay, so here's something. So I click on it. Yeah, I mean, it's working fine via notification, or if I just open it and click on it, and I have like a bunch of tabs open or other chats. Do we have session replay back up? So if this is common, that means it's gonna happen again soon, right?
I asked Danny to raise our
Session
budget.
is not back yet. I also need that.
What's that?
Sentry is not up yet, so it's saying on.
Yeah.
John,
So-
are you there? Okay, good.
I am. I am here. Yes.
And let's let Jerry finish it first.
I'm
Okay.
gonna send something to Ismail. Let's see. Let me check this.
Is our Sentry bill huge?
It's a lot of session replays. I'll say that.
What's the limit at it currently a month?
I don't even know. We have like a bunch of session replays, like tens of thousands. The only thing I can see here, Ismail, is if you go, I'm going to send you a couple errors I have from session replay. Is that this one looks to be coming on the chat lobby screen. Like it's something about the subscription messing up the lobby. And I wonder if that has a tie to it. And then there's
Subscription, messing up the lobby, cannot read proper data undefined. New group. Let me see here.
where's that other query?
New group. Okay. So it looks like this could potentially be undefined, and we need to add like a question mark there.
And here's another one I'm sending you that this just says get all messages, but I don't have any more data than that.
So I handle the first one. My list is in bill. Yeah, it's in bill 42. So that's what we have in the App Store. So for the second one, we have unknown all messages, error, get
This
all messages.
it looks to be an issue when you're creating a new group. So I don't think that might. I don't know if that would be related.
All messages, keys required, type in was not provided. So it looks like it was when we were get all messages, it needs a group key, and sometimes that's not provided.
I think that's happening when you're creating a new group.
When you're creating a new group.
Yeah,
Let's see.
'cause if you look at the logs and the screenshots, they're all in a compose.
Well, I can add a skip there if there's no group key. Don't call the API.
Yeah, those are the two that I saw in Sentry that were related to chat.
Get all messages right here. Well, I guess we have a lazy load. Or a lazy query for get all group messages. Or it's called yeah, it's a lazy query and we call it fetch. Okay, we fetch here the group key. And this is inside is handler. Going scroll to the bottom, yada yada. That's again like an if condition here. Yeah, it's an if condition if basically there's no group key or topic key, don't call it API because it needs both. Where else? Yeah, I think I should handle both errors you just sent me.
Okay.
Now let me go to that subscription. Like I don't think it's related to the subscription, but I'll add safety there anyways. To basically skip the subscription if you don't have data. That's gonna be if messages is equal to 0, I guess. Yeah. Message. So if messages dot length is less than 1, we skip the subscription.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to
Mm-hmm.
prevent it. Okay. So yeah, I'll have these changes in my next PR that I'm creating for the stuff we were talking about yesterday in terms of the refetch or the discovery and activities apply stash here. Okay. Cool. But yeah, have so who did this happen to, Danny?
It happens to almost
It happens to
everyone.
Zane.
Yeah.
It happens to Zane a lot.
Yeah.
He's
It
the most
does.
active.
Okay, so can we let him know to when it does happen to let us know right away so we can have like the timestamp and
Yeah.
stuff?
I got a session replay if you want it.
Oh, you do have a session replay?
Yeah.
Of that happening?
Yep. Let me go get it.
Okay, cool. Let's see if we can find anything useful.
Yeah, I think you were on vacation when this happened, so
Okay.
um yep. For yeah, so check this out.
Oop, my bad.
And we have the trace and everything, and you'll see that get all group message just never gets called.
Okay. So we clicked on.
And John got it to happen once, and that's where we were like,
Yeah. Yeah. I was in one of the very active chats, and I think someone might have created a topic while I was in there. I can't remember exactly. I don't think I was even messaging, but I left and came back. And then it started happening.
So this session replay freezes from like 1 minute and 13 seconds to 1 minute and like 37. That's just session replay freezing, right?
No, he's probably sitting on that screen.
if
No, it's like in transition, like between one screen to another,
go to I'm gonna find a part.
and it has like a gray.
Yeah, if you start at like 105, yeah, right before the gray, because what happened is that gray part is him backgrounding the app. It back,
Oh,
yeah, because he was like, "What the heck is going on?" And that's why he backgrounded the app and came back.
but it seems like before he backgrounded the app, he was going to the MAGA army. But when
None
when
of
he's
none of his main chats were loading. Now, topic chat would load immediately, but main chat did not load at all.
Oh, so only main chats?
Yes.
And is that
Yeah.
consistent with everyone, with Danny and everyone?
Yes. Yeah, that is a clue. It's always main chat. The topics always load.
Oh. Okay, that's different. I wasn't aware of that.
I feel like I'm about to make it happen right now. It did something weird. I'm gonna keep trying. It's getting slower. I think even just going between topics really quick and then chats really quick. And it's still, I have a Pro Max. So, like, I don't know if that's helping. I have a 16 Pro Max, like, you know, the latest and greatest. But if I was on a lesser phone, I feel like I'm close to triggering it happening. So far, it's keeping up. Yeah, I can't recreate it now, Dean.
I mean, all the API calls seem to be at status 200, so none of them failed.
Yeah, the catch is get all group message does not get called.
Let me see here.
Hmm, John,
Yeah.
this share with me taking time now. Share with me feed. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I checked it. Jerry, I think this DV call is taking 7 to 8 seconds.
Yeah, if you click on shares or cares
Mm,
button,
Yep. Yeah, I
on-
check it. So
yeah,
while I do the DV call, now I see that it's taking 7 to 8 seconds.
Okay, what's the database called? Can you send that to me?
Yes, 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 yeah. It is also taking from your side. Oh, sorry, I sent you all one thing. 1 minute. Let me remove it. Just a minute. I need to send you only that part.
Did we not turn off the location reporting in or report location in QA? It's just very annoying when it comes to debugging. It keeps getting called every few
Wait,
seconds.
this is the Discover feed.
Same thing it's using. Same share with me. They are using. It
Wait,
is using.
the favorite
Not favorite. Share with me.
shared with me. Where is is
it's on your home profile, the shares and cares buttons.
oh yeah. Okay, yeah. This is one of the queries.
They have query.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about this is something about like the check-ins on the entertainment. Yeah, this query here. Not my favorite query. Um hmm. I think we need to make a better version of this query because the speed query is becoming very, very generic, and that's
Mm.
a problem. Because this is only supposed to be shares, right?
Yes.
Okay. I can see if I could remake this query.
Okay. So you can send it to me, so I will work on that backend side.
Jerry, quick question on Sentry. How do you know which API got called in particular? Like I see at 104 seconds there's an API that got called. How do I know which one it is?
If you let me go and I'll share this tab with you. Okay, so we have it if you go to the trace tab.
The trace tab, okay.
And I'm sharing this on my screen. You can see here when there's one of these black boxes in here,
Mm-hmm.
HTTP server, and this tells us the queries that were called. Now, Apollo likes to group queries as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see here, we called get discover group and get all group. So then you just line it up with the time range, and then you can go here. So he opened the Never Board Club. So you can see that his chat lobby loaded. And then you don't see where you see he calls get all group topics here. So he opens the Never Board Club, get group details, get all group topics, mark messages read. That gets called. And then we have get total message unread, count by user, mark messages read. That gets called.
Okay, wait a second. Get all group topics. Why did that get called?
Well, that got called because he came in the chat. He's in the
Oh, get all group topics. Okay, okay. No, get all group topic message. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, it's fine here. But what you don't see is get all group message.
Okay, let me see here.
But if you go, let me find somewhere where it does. So watch when he comes back into the group after the little gray block. Then let's see. Wait for it to come in. Oh no, it never gets called here. But maybe if I find another group that did work. Yeah, this is just like the session replay. Darn it. One of his other replays, you could see that get all group message gets called, but oh yeah, it's here at the very end of the replay. So it's like at the end.
Yeah, no, it should get called every time.
But you only see it right here. I am sharing my screen, by the way. You'll see it here. It's at the end of his replay, so he probably force closed the app at this time. But anytime up here, if you look through all of these API calls, you never see get all group message.
Okay, and how can we connect this one? So when how do you connect the exact second on the trace to the video?
If you scrub through this bottom, you see how there's a vertical line on the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you sync it up.
Oh. Let me see. So over here, oops. Wait, sorry, how do you sync up with the okay, so in the vertical timeline it tells you that there was a fetch. How do you know which one it was?
It's
from
on
the
the
trace.
Yeah, you have to go to the trace and then the trace tells you.
You have to do the math yourself, or does it tell you the exact second? That's just what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, well, it tells you in the time right here.
Okay.
It's
How
this
many?
is time range. Yeah, it tells you 615 milliseconds.
Oh, wait, the millisecond, that's how much it took, right? But then it tells you it did it at 20 seconds. Okay. So that one got called at 1 minute and 60. Well, okay. But yeah, after the 1 minute mark, we see the discovery group, get all group. How that got called. Why did it call it then? That was also weird. But yeah, I think I kind of see the problem here. It basically didn't call get all groups, like you're saying,
Mhm.
which would explain why topics would work, and which would explain why there's no loader, because it thinks that it's done. Nothing's loading.
Mhm.
Why did it not call it that? That's what we need to figure out. So I can try to look into that, see what I can come up with. But I think that is the problem right there. I don't think it has to do anything with like slowness or anything like that, or the app getting overloaded. It's probably I don't know. I don't know honestly. I want to see what could potentially cause that.
So we're not getting any closer to the solution here.
No, This is for me. This is really good in terms of I know what the problem is now. Like at first,
Hmm.
we were saying the loader isn't working, and then we were saying it has something to do with the subscription, and then we were saying that it has something to do with moving around the app. But now I'm learning that topics are working. I didn't know that first, and now I know that the get all group message API is not getting called, which explains why the loader is not showing because the loading didn't get activated, and explains why the topics are working because those will use a different API.
I see.
So if anything, no, we're really close to. Not, we know what the exact problem is now. Now we just need to know why it's happening.
Okay. Well, let's figure it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
Also, quick question: if you go to topic and then you go back to main, would that trigger the AP or trigger the API or no?
Sorry, what about triggering the API?
If if you're inside, let me see. Or never mind, never mind. It doesn't trigger it.
Gotcha.
Ignore my question.
Got it.
So the only reason it won't trigger, we do have a condition saying if we don't have group key or if it's freezed, we don't we skip the API call. Now, or the condition has to be there has to be a group key and is not freezed. Um, I mean, would that freeze ever be true? Like, could that freeze ever be true in these cases? You think, or
Yeah, there is where it's like, of course, it's not always true. It's not always false. I don't remember like the cases, but I
Mhm.
know it changes.
mm, yeah, but do you think it could be part of this problem? Well,
Could be because freeze, it's not letting anything happening, like no rendering or anything. So yeah, it could be.
mm, okay. Um, Let me see. So when you do that, we fetch. Let me put this use effect commented out. Let's test something out here. Yeah. So inside in chat, we have a use effect, and in that use effect, we basically call fetch, which triggers that API call. And the two main things that can make it fail or skip fetching is if you don't have a group key or if it's freezed. Um, Now, they're both part of the dependent. The thing is, how would we know in those cases if freeze was true or false? And if group key was there? Hmm. Remind me again, I mean, how this freeze works in terms of like.
We the first time we did it is for so you know how you do a compose, so the transition from the compose screen to the chat, it make it seamless. It's like it's all smooth. Not
Mhm.
as before. If you're not gonna use that, you're gonna see re-rendering happening, items appearing, disappearing. So we did that to make sure like we finished transition now and freeze and the rendering happened. So that's what we did it.
Correct. Okay, so and then is chat freeze?
Well, before like committing to it, like I would suggest if you go and confirm it's the freeze, like remove it, just remove the freeze component.
Well, the thing is, it's one of those problems where
You cannot
it's
reproduce.
not, yeah, it's not easily reproducible, which is 90% of our problems that we have nowadays.
Hmm.
Mm. I mean, and the only reason I'm saying freeze is because of the API didn't get called, right, at all. And there's two main blockers, which is if you don't have the group key or if it's frozen. That would cause the API not to get called. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And to help you better understand this, if you want to go to inside in chat
Mm-hmm.
.tsx, and if you go to line 92,
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like, oh yeah, okay, continue.
no, I'm just saying if you want to like look at the code, if you go
Mm-hmm.
to like line 92 inside in chat.tsx, and if you comment that out, that whole use effect, you would get the exact same behavior
Mm-hmm.
that the bug is, where
Okay.
you you won't see anything inside main chat, but you can if you go to topics. No, wait a second. I think it will freeze topics too. Let me see.
No, like freeze. That's what I was about to say. Freeze only freezes the messages list, and not the topic. Only the chat messages list. That's what gets frozen.
Well, no, not the. I wasn't saying the topic itself. I was saying the top. So
Yeah, like the header. Like you're talking about the header.
no, not the header. I was talking about the topic messages. Which so the problem is main chat won't load, but topic messages would. But if this part of the code is commented out, neither would work actually.
Yeah, because like these handles both.
Correct. Which now puts us back kind of to
Well,
square
it,
one.
and I mean the component handles both the in chat, but the query that we're calling is different. Like in
Yeah, correct. It changes based off of if you're in main or topic.
mm-hmm,
Um, but the problem is, it's not that the query is failing. It's not like the in main chat the query is not getting called to begin with.
mm-hmm.
But in topics, it is getting called and it's working. And we don't have like refetching logic or anything like that. Um,
The, oh yeah, this issue was all it was happening even before you went back. Oh,
And I mean, do you remember that, or do you see the topic key state inside in chat, like from line 67? That's also part of the condition. Uh, Let me see. When would that be? Populated. So when we have create message, profiles equal to topic key. Uh, hmm. I'm creating a topic maybe.
I'm dropping for now.